Welcome to the.
All right. Welcome to the
NooFakin
podcast with your host Jay Rudy
and Mr. Third Strike himself.
What it is, y'all, man? The background legend here. What it do, y'all?
What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of NooFakin podcast. First off, man, we appreciate y'all for showing love to the last video. Continue to show love. First off, how y'all boys feeling?
Blessed and highly favored. I can't complain. Even if I could, I wouldn't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
What's on our pop line today, y'all boys? What we talking about? What's our first topic of the day, man?
How them other boys feeling, man? Come on, background legend. Come on, y'all boys. Y'all boys
Can't
tripping.
call it that, man. Just trying to swim without getting wet.
Why can't y'all be like, hey, you know what's funny? I was about to use the other one I heard. It's like, how you doing, I'm so blessed if I sneeze. Boy, what he said? He said, I'm so blessed if I sneeze, I'll be stealing blessings or something like that.
I'll be selfish.
I'll be selfish. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Them old heads be having them sins, boy.
Hey, man.
Hey, you beat me to it. I really was thinking about using it. I just ain't remember it fully. How you doing, man?
Yes, sir, I'm good, man. You know, gotta keep your head up, man. All glory to God, man.
All right. So let's get right into it. You feel me?
Okay.
So we was I was strolling through social media this week, and I seen something, and I really wanted to get y'all input on it. You feel me? Cause it was kind of diabolical. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read the article for you. It says, Ty Henson, a Florida bride, was denied a refund from her wedding venue, the Crystal Ball, Lake Mary, after her fiancé William Conning tragically died from a heart attack just days before their wedding in late 2025. With the venue citing their non-refundable contract despite Henson's paying over $7,000 for her services, really $8,000, leading to public backlash and a GoFundMe started by her planner to help her recover the cost. The venue suggested she use the space for a memorial, while other vendors offered refunds and while the venue owner donated personally to the fundraiser. The company maintains the contractual position. What y'all thoughts on that?
Man. Yo, first of all, RIP to her husband.
Yeah.
It gotta be some type of morals when it come to like business. On one hand, they are kind of keeping their morals in a sense by not going against like they original contract. You feel me? But at the end, on the other sense, it gotta be like, yo, like you gotta come down and be human.
Yeah.
Like you gotta see you gotta see the situation at hand. That's probably the first time they had to deal with something like that, too, to be honest. And it's like, bro, like that's where your conscience come in to do right from wrong, And I think it's some nerve to be like, oh, you could y'all could use this venue to do the memorial. Like, come on, hold on, like you just trying to get an easy check right there, like. You just not trying to pay the money back. If y'all really cared, y'all have been like, oh, like free at hand. Y'all could, if y'all need to, y'all could use this venue to do this. But I don't know, man. I think that's wrong, man.
What you think?
All right, let's look at it another way. You feel me? As from the business aspect, right? So the place was booked already. First off, RIP to, the husband. The venue was booked already. They probably losing like money by giving her a refund, and then probably a short period of time for them to rebook that space. So instead they saying, look, we're gonna donate to you and you can use that place as a memorial, But as far as like refund, all the expenses, we already covered all the expenses. As far as like they gotta count that as far as the overhead. So, cause business that aspect, sometimes business don't have like no emotion of it. That's how these rich companies stay rich. Like a Walmart, Walgreens, all those big businesses, Amazon, they stay rich by that. Like, think about it. Like, you could say, "Oh, I'm sick today, boss. I can't come in." They gonna hit you up. Like, you make sure try to make you come in. You could be on the last leg. Like, we need you. So in that aspect, they probably, and like you said, that's probably like the first time they went through that type of situation. And on the contract, it probably said no refund at all whatsoever. Like,
there was contractually sound.
Yeah, it probably said no refund at all for any reason. So that wouldn't fall under the contract agreement. So they don't have to give that money back. Just again, I'm just playing, like just for us to see another aspect of it. What you thought about it?
No, I definitely seen it from both ways. First being a Christian, and second being someone who deals with numbers and who've seen firsthand the background when it comes to the finances, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of companies, free game right now. I'm gonna give y'all right now. If you ever pay a company for something and they tell you, "Oh, can I get a refund?" The same way they took the money instantly, they can give you the refund instantly. 9 times out of 10, they put a policy in place that says it takes 3 to 5 or 5 to 7 business days, so they never run up to a moment where they have a slow day where they're in the red technically, or they're barely hitting the green, and a refund would cause them to be in the red for that day. So they can give you the money back instantly if they wanted to. It's just we don't want to go in the red, and that looks bad for the books, right? So I see that as like valuable, right? So they not, as a business, they not doing nothing wrong. But on the same token, the way social media move right now, fam, stuff like that can make people not even book you at all.
Yeah, it forces you to be human.
Me personally, I would have used that as a marketing strategy and marketing tool. You feel me? Because nowadays we see companies doing it all the time. They're using those type of situation, or any situation that's meant for a negative, they use it as a positive. Think about like Top Golf, how they basically the whole fence that fell down, and some dude, Logan, he was like, "Oh, we supposed to have our company Christmas party here," and they started using that as promotion. And they ended up fixing it. They were like, "Oh, we did it for Logan." They threw him like a big party. They were like, "Logan," basically they use that as an advertisement.
Yeah.
And they could have used that situation and opportunity as advertisement too. They could have refunded the money. I'm saying they could have refunded the money. They could have.
I see what you said.
It wasn't gonna be like as a like promoting promote your business. Could be like they refund the money and then they provide a host.
Like a PR stuff.
Yeah, they host the funeral, and not the funeral, but what was it?
The memorial. Like
the memorial there,
yeah.
and they post it on their website. That would have been like, it still would have been a story for me.
Because if I was on the marketing team, for sure, because we got to cut the notion that everybody do something out the pureness of their heart. Even if you get a certain joy for helping others, that's what you get out of it. So everything is not 100% selfless, right? So in that same token, you could have easily flipped that to a win-win, make it a big story. So venues like, dang, I love the compassion and wooty woot from that company. I want to book them just because I seen that they was human, right? But like on the second token, you know what I'm saying? People might try to use that, bro. They're like, oh, they don't want to use the venue no more. Y'all did it before. Y'all had a whole stunt. They make a whole fake. You know what I'm saying?
You think people gonna fake
people will do anything, like bro. People will do anything, fam. Bro, this world is wicked, bro. So they was in a tough situation, but I think at the end of the day, choose to be human.
Yeah,
you mentioned something there, like, so you don't think nobody do anything selflessly? You think every time somebody do something is selfish?
Yeah, and you know why I say that? Because I bet if you don't get a certain level of gratitude that you're expecting, you no longer will do that thing for that person.
But I'm saying, even like on a biblical aspect too. You think?
I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that last statement. Like if you don't get something
No, I'm not. It don't have to be physical.
Yeah, I know, but like just like saying that you won't do it after, you know, like some people do things just to do, like not to do things, but just some people they'll get like try to use my all right, they'll get like backlash for doing one thing, and then when they try to go do, or like when they retry to go do it, or like that first person didn't appreciate what the first person did, and then that doesn't mean that when the second person come around, like you're not gonna show that same kindness because of the first person, you know.
That's valid, but I didn't say different people. I said to that same person.
Yeah. Oh, for the same person.
Yeah. And everything, like if we using statistic wise, right? And this is why I enjoy statistics. And even earlier when he asked a question, or when somebody asked a question, and it was like, so it's never gonna happen. I don't like to use those words because in a lot of cases, all it takes is one time to disprove that. So it's not a everybody type of thing, but I'm gonna say majority.
Do you feel like you do that?
Sometimes, yeah. Actually, a lot of times.
Because I think all humans could fall for.
Because I wouldn't. Yeah, I was gonna say like, there's a lot of times I do stuff. I never need nothing tangible back, but it's like, especially if I'm sacrificing something, and there's no like you just look at me like I was supposed to, or that's what you was expecting. It's like I could give that to somebody else that'd be more appreciative.
But like say biblically, right? Because you know this like a big topic where people be like, "Nah, I'm not giving to homeless people because they do this, they do that."
I know you was going there.
They'll spend the money somewhere else, or they'll be they ungrateful. You'll bring them a food or plate. They'll be like, "Nah, I don't eat chicken. I don't want fish or this and this and that. Oh, you should have gave me the money, or you only give me $5. That's all you could give me." You know, it's like they're at a position where they shouldn't be like choosers, basically. That's how some people feel. So they'll go against like donating or giving back to the homeless because they feel like, all those reasons that I mentioned. You don't believe in what?
Like, because you begging, you can't be a chooser.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, they be saying
but
that.
they can't.
They be like, if you starving, bro, you should be able to eat anything I give you.
I feel like that. Like, at the
I don't
end of
want
the day,
it.
He human. You know, like someone offer you something that you don't want, you gonna say,
I'm
like,
good.
You want it, right? But it should be the same aspect of like someone that's like out on the streets or begging. They should be able to be like, bro, like, I ain't really rocking with this, man. Like, I don't really want this right now, bro.
What about, like, say money wise, you give them $2?
They're like, damn, that's it.
I don't want it, bro.
I think it's
$2.
That's kind of greed.
That's a little different.
That's gonna make me look at you.
That's a little different. But when we talking like food wise or like clothes, things like that, like things that are like, all right, like
I have the right to deny it.
Yeah.
Imagine you give them like a shirt. Let's say FUBU or did it play?
Like, bro, I ain't rocking FUBU, bro.
Or you give them a third strike shirt. They're like, oh,
Hey, chill out, hey, that what we beefing. What you mean, cuz? I ain't never heard of this, bro. I don't want that.
But nah, so going to that point, do you feel like that should discourage you from giving to people?
So boom, I've been both people. The first one before I really got into my word. The second one where I understood scripture more. So the first one, and it's funny because my dog told me he had a similar story, right? Driving McDonald's, bro, like, bro, can you give me something? Woody? This was before like I had the same mindset. Oh, I ain't doing nothing because I'd rather buy you something versus give you bread because you might do something with it. So this is before I really got into my word and all that. So I'm going through McDonald's. This was when I was still eating McDonald's like that too. I still went to McDonald's. I bought me I got like 2 quarter pounders. I'm like, I'm about to bless, bro. You feel me? Got a big little burger. I hand him, after I go through the drive-thru, he went for me. I hand him the burger. He opened that bit. He said, appreciate you. Thank you. He opened, he said, onions. Nah, fam. And then what pissed me off? He already touched the bun. So it's like, he's like, no.
I wouldn't take it back regardless.
Nigga opened that bit. He said, onion. Nah, I don't do onions, bro. Yeah. I'm looking like.
He might be allergic, bro.
I'm like, but in my head, I'm like, take that junk out. You feel me? But then I had to really reflect because I'm telling that story. Everybody like, bro, I would have been hot too. But then when I got like my mind right or whatever, it's like, especially if you homeless and if the Lord put in my heart, whenever the Lord put in my heart to give, I don't care about the outcome of whatever happens after that because I was obedient. Right, so now when I give, I ain't even worried about what you're gonna do. If I got bread on, the Lord said, give it to him. I keep it pushing. I'm not even thinking about it.
Choice.
I'm not even worried about it. You feel me? Whatever they do with that, they don't got nothing to do with me. Right? I was obedient.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I said earlier when it comes to the majority of people have that mindset, especially if you're doing somebody for like a loved one and you're sacrificing and they physically see your sacrifice.
Yeah.
And they don't care that you going that extra mile to put a smile on their face. If you supposed to do this, versus somebody you know they ain't got it. Shoot, sometimes, bitch. I forgot somebody. I think bro said a homeless man asked him for some cheese. Like, bro, hey, I'm in the same position with you. I just look better at it. You feel me?
And I remember like, cause you know the Bible said like, give to the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we entertain like angels, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember, shout out Pastor Jeff. He was doing like he was preaching, and he was like, sometimes like angels could be playing like a role, you know, like a movie. A movie, it could be a regular person, but they playing a role as a drug dealer in the movie or a homeless person in the movie. Because sometimes angels can be playing that role too. Yeah, as being like a homeless person. So when you don't want to give to them or is this and that, they gonna do this, they look drugged out, it could be an angel playing a role. And that always stuck to me, like, dang, that's kind of true. Like sometimes, you know, like you could see somebody, they look all drugged out, they asking for money, they homeless, you be like, nah, they gonna get drugs with it. But in reality, it could be an angel playing a role. So that always stuck with me.
All right, one thing I can say though, and it's something like, you know, I witnessed in the background. You would go out your way if you got that bit to give to the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like I remember one time, I think it was in Colorado when the homeless dude came up. We was taking bread out. You went back to the ATM, took out another dub, and threw that bread in. I was like, dang, let me get bread dub too, man. You feel me? And that just shows how it could be like contagious. Like you could really help somebody by you doing it. You allow somebody else to be obedient too.
Now, one thing I'll be liking, I'll be liking the people that be like, bro, why you giving them money, bro? Like, first off, it's not your money.
Not your money.
No, facts.
My money, like, why you giving them money?
You worry about it.
Yeah, it's like, why you worry about it? Ain't that? I understand you not giving, but don't say, oh, why
I'm giving. Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
How y'all feel about the since we kind of talking about giving and stuff? How y'all feel about the real homeless people? Like they walk up to you, they're like, fam, I don't even want to lie to you. Can you give me some bread so I can get a bill? How y'all feel about that? Like, would you still give it or?
I respect it more. Like I said, but like I said before, whatever you go do with that money is what you go do with that money, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, like if you choose to drink it over eating, you know, that's the choice you gotta live with, you know. But I'm just saying, like, if you tell me straight up what you gonna do with the bread, it's like, all right. What I'm supposed to do?
What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like my opinion.
Would that stop you from giving?
Nah, I feel like I got finesse the other day, right? I'm walking to Walgreens. I gave some dudes some money, and then I went to Walgreens, you know, shopping and stuff like that. And I see Cub waiting at the counter. I'm like, he like, bro, you could help me get a black amount, cause you gotta show. I guess you gotta show your ID. I never do that. So I'm sitting there. The lady scanned the thing. The lady said the price, I think it was like $2 something. Cuz looked at me. I looked at Cuz like, bro, did I just give you $5, bro? I'm like, all right, just add it to my stuff. So I ended up paying for it, bro. I'm like, Cuz, I feel like Cuz finessed me, bro. Like, cause I just gave him $5. He had the money too, dog. He looked at me. I looked at him. I'm like, all right, just add it to my stuff.
I mean, that goes.
But yeah, that one stopped me, cause like, I did my part, you know. Yeah. It's up to them.
Whatever you choose to go do with that bread, go do it. But, you know.
I respect people that ain't gonna lie to me, bro. It's like, you said, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. If you gonna give it to me, I appreciate it. If it's not, that's cool too, bro.
Yeah, facts.
But it was funny how like he had the money, but he was like, I'm not spending my money on that.
He like, man, you know,
That's just not worth my.
$2
I can get something else with that, bro.
I go use this fine to go flip this, whatever, you know. You just get that for me right quick.
Mm-hmm.
You get that for me right quick, you know.
Yep. Facts. What's our next topic, background?
All right.
Yes, sir.
So going into the next topic. Many people aren't lost morally, they're lost directionally. All right, so nobody taught us how to choose a life path, just how to survive.
Let's start right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this a lot, not just in the world, but in the churches, like everywhere, bro. Because realistically, everybody is. This is our first time doing life. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, even the advice you getting from other people, it may not even apply for you for real, bro. Because it's like that. It's not guaranteed we're gonna have the same exact circumstances, the same exact situations. But I think a lot of people lack direction, bro.
I think, at the end of the day, like, I think everybody, as much as it's like as similar, or like how everything could be so similar, or like sometimes you could be going through the same thing that one person's going through. I always feel like it's just different outcomes for everybody. At the end of the day, it's never gonna be the same outcome. Like everybody's gonna have their own story to tell at the end of the day. When it comes when it comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like going back to what you said, like taking advice from someone, it's like, all right, you gotta kind of take advice with a grain of salt, cause like I think it's impossible to physically do everything that one person did before and have the same outcome as that person. Yeah. Something's gonna be different. Something's gonna be tweaked a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
and this is why, like, as I get deeper into my word and reading the Bible, it just continues to reinforce why it's so important to read the Bible, bro. Because when you read it in the Old Testament, New Testament, and you just reading, you start to see a lot of patterns, fam.
Mm-hmm.
Like you like that happened years ago, but you see we're dealing with the same things till this day. And the Bible really show you how to maneuver. The Bible show you what the type of faith you need to have. The Bible show you how to properly be a steward or how to maneuver through a certain situation that you're in. But when you lack that, it's easy for you to lack direction.
Yeah. And the danger in that is being stagnant, not trying to find a proper way to learn the correct path. Because some people, they'll sit there in their misery, and do like bad things because they're like, well, I wasn't thought that. Like, they basically be being ignorant to their situation, to their lifestyle, and not seeking the proper avenue to get help, to understand, to learn, and that can be dangerous. One of the things I despise is the people that complain.
Victim mentality.
Yeah, the victim mentality. Like, what are you doing to try to improve yourself? Like, although some people, like, they was raised in, like, step ahead of you.
Yeah.
But how long you gonna keep complaining?
1,000%.
You about 30 now. Like, you still complaining about the same thing. Like, how long you gonna keep complaining about that? When you gonna dust yourself up, get the help that you need? You have YouTube. Get in your word. You got Bible apps. You got YouTube. You could do research. You could study to better yourself. Like, everything is on YouTube. We in an age where there's a lot of information. No longer most of the information are being gatekept.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that mentality that will keep you stuck forever. And you see in the old people too. Old people that grow up to be bitter at life. Just negative at life because they feel like they didn't get the proper tools that they needed to learn, or as far as like with their path.
And then sometimes it be conflict when like you're someone who tries to like find a solution versus someone that like sits there and mope, or like I think some people get too comfortable within like their misery, you know, instead of like trying to like get up to like change some type of situation. You know, if you sit there and not like, if you sit there and try to like not I'm going through this, it's a hard time right now, I'm going through this, I'm feeling like damn, like I don't know what to do, but you still doing the same thing over and over and over and over. It's like, when does something click in your head to be like, all right, like, let me try to go this direction this time. I've been going left so long. It's like, like when do I turn the wheel? When do I like try to go straight, try to go right, try to do something to get out of that situation, you know? And I think it it brings conflict sometimes when someone is like a solution person, or someone who tries to find a solution within a problem, and then the other person is just sitting there not like trying to find a solution. So sometimes it'd be hard to like kind of help those type of people.
Yeah,
and
it'd be like a herd mentality too. Like if you hang around the same people that had the same mindset, you're never gonna grow too. Yeah. Like even if when you try to break away from that pack, they gonna try to bring you down. For instance, I know we were talking earlier about like people that hates to see other people trying to be better by themselves. Yeah. Or to trying something different. You know, something positive, trying something positive to be different. We were talking about Consonant, where he said he don't want to stream no more. He want to create his own clothing brand, and people online are bashing him right now. Like the comments, everybody like, why don't he just stay being a streamer? And I always say this, like, as humans, God was created us to always evolve. You feel me? Yeah. Like we're not perfect like that. God always wants us to continue to be better than we was the next day. So how y'all feel about those type of people?
That's why I say the internet is a horrible place, bro. It's a horrible place to like just be at times, especially when you're going through like your growth season, or like
journey
when you
and
feel
stuff like
your
that,
journey and stuff. I feel like the internet is just horrible, bro. Especially when you got a little, and then another thing, like especially when you got a following, or like when, you know, when you are famous or things of that nature, like it's just best to keep it off the internet, bro. Because everybody gonna have an opinion. Everybody gonna say this and that, or it be some people that don't even care. They just want to troll you, man. They just want to see if they could get a reaction out of you. You know, that's why I feel like, you know, when like I feel like I ain't mad at the man. I ain't mad at the man for, you know, I ain't mad at the man at all. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like he should have just kept it off the internet. He should have just kept off the internet. Come back when he got everything established.
But on the same token, though, we also got to remember, that's his job.
Yeah, that is his job, you know.
You know what I mean? So it's like, even good, bad, the more they clicking and talking about him, he making more money.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, because I ain't gonna lie, I caught myself going down the rabbit hole of the comments. They're like, bro, I refuse to hear somebody talk about they got mental health when they just made M's. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, dang, I can't tell you how I'm feeling because I got money. You know what I mean, bro? But I believe the path that he taking, he could have popped out like and showed the whole thing, and that's low-key what he did though.
Yeah.
Cause like when he dropped the video that said I quit, it pretty much showed the process of everything he was doing. Him actually going to fly to learn how to actually what the whole process of making clothes and manufacturing clothes and all that, and it was beautiful. But like you gotta understand, but still at the end of the day, people gonna hate you, people gonna love you, and it don't matter what you do.
It'd be like everybody always got an opinion, bro. Like, even if it's warranted or not, everybody always has an opinion on something. You'd be like, bro, like, this got nothing to do with you. You just want to talk. You just want to say something. You just want to have something to say. It'd be like, for what?
So y'all feel like he should have kept it off? Because I see a lot of think pieces. People said he should have kept it off. Some people said he should have basically build it with like a third party and then pop up like 2 years later and be like, oh,
this is mine.
Yeah, this is my brand and
whatever,
things like
bro.
that. I don't agree with that.
I think, man, you know, as long as he don't care about the comments, long as he, you know, focus on his journey, focus on what he doing, man. All that other outside noise don't matter, man.
But how,
keep doing what he doing, man.
How do y'all go about like saying? How do y'all go about like
finding direction?
Not even direction. You on the path of bettering yourself, but you have friends that, you know, making jokes, cracking jokes. They don't want to see better for you. Like, how do you go about like spotting that and how you maneuver around that?
I say we go back to biblical principles, right? And in the same way I said, the more you read the Bible, the more you see a lot of the stuff that you dealing with, there's a lot of stuff that you're going through. Everything is repeated, right? Yeah. And perfect example would be, you know, David before the throne, right? Because he was, you know, the run of the litter. They're like, bro, just shut up and stay out the way. Go tend to the sheep, woody woo. But he knew he was destined for greatness, and as he was working towards that, right, after he got spoke over his life, you know, Samuel let him know, like, you know, you'd been chosen. You feel me? Everybody like, nah. He had to really tune out the noise. You feel me? Like, even.
Because I was even like Joseph too.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, even Joseph, bro. Yeah, like,
he was telling
run of the litter, same ordeal. But
yeah,
he already seen, like, yo, the Lord said he gonna take me here. You see what I'm saying? And the thing both of them did that allowed them to reach that success, that allowed them to reach that end point of their whole journey of them succeeding that journey, is staying close to God.
Would y'all call it out or just distance yourself?
Man,
call out in the sense of like the people that's bashing you?
Yeah, like every time I'm trying to
at some point
tell y'all my plan, y'all always talking bad about it. I'm trying to bring y'all with me to do better. Y'all always, you know.
What I learned from the story.
Would y'all call out or just basically
I think
slowly but surely back away and be like, yo, how come we never see you no more?
The way I go about it, it's not even like, it's not intentional, but like sometimes just be like, oh, like, you know, sometimes some people don't see your vision, or some people don't see what you like going through in the background. So it's just best to, like, you know, just lock in on yourself, focus on what you need to do, and then when it comes back around, that's when, like, all right, cool, like, that's when all the props and all the things are gonna come in hand. But it's just be like, bro, like, it was here before, you know. It never went nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, I've been telling y'all, like, oh, this is what it was gonna be, you know. But I don't think, like, I think calling now is just like another form of, like, distracting you, or a distraction from what you, like, need to be doing. You know, sometimes, you know, they don't see it. Like there was this comedian the other day named Mojo Brooks, and he was talking about, like, his journey of becoming a comedian, all that stuff. And he had, like, this story where, like, oh, his dad came back, or, like, his dad was in his life, but, like, you know, he was still living at home with mom and dad, you know, and, like, his mom was the one that was telling him, like, oh, like, you know, like, lock in, like, go pursue your dream.
Yeah.
And his dad was on the other hand of, like, oh, yo, like, bro, you ain't making no money, fam. Like, you know, go get a job, go do something, you know, go to school, something, you know. And then when he finally made it, I guess it came to a time where, like, his dad had came to him with, like, a gift. And his dad was like, man, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry I ain't see what, you know, you and your mom seen. You know, I ain't see your vision. I ain't see, like, I didn't think it was gonna be this. You know, he told him straight up, like, I didn't think it was gonna be this. You know, he apologized and he said, like, you know, from now on, or from this day forward, you know, moving forward, I'm with you with whatever vision you got, whatever thought or sense you got, I'm with you. You know.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, that's like, I think that's deep. You feel me? Like, that's like powerful. Like, to see, like, oh, you know, sometimes, like, just some people just don't see the vision. They don't see what you need to do, or what you got going on. And sometimes, like, you just gotta let them come back. Like, sometimes you just gotta dissing yourself. It's not necessarily like you beefing with that person, but just dissing yourself until you get to where you need to be, and then, you know, if it's genuine, allow them to come back. Allow them to be like, all right, like, yeah. Like,
I was gonna say it's funny you mentioned that because there's this girl on TikTok. She like successful now, but before she got successful, something happened where like her parents and stuff like they ended up kicking her out, and then she ended up living like in her car. And now she's like successful. She making like money and stuff like that. You know, she's taking care of her mom, her parents. And in the comments, they were like, "Wait, so like, didn't they kick you out? Like that would never be me." You know, like coming back around trying to fix things with your parents when they kicked you out. And that goes to like a topic of forgiveness, right? Because some people don't understand that, but to her, like she also getting like in her word. And forgiveness is a big thing for her. Would y'all find it? Because that's your parents, you feel me? That's your parents. You was living with your parents. Y'all think it would be easy to forgive your parents for kicking you out?
So I'll say it on both facets. You know, the first question and the second question. First off, you know, because I get a lot of revelations from the story of Joseph. And one of the revelations I got was what God showed you is not for everybody to know in that moment. Right? So even when those people around me that don't get it, that don't understand, it's not for them to understand. So I'm going to continue to do mine and not let them discourage me. I don't think I would have to purposely distance myself, but I think if they really don't see it, my journey would distance us. Right, until I get to where I need to go. And then to touch on the forgiveness part in the same way from the story of Joseph, I believe God will let me realize that everything that I went through, the negative talks, the disbelief, I wouldn't have got here without that. She probably wouldn't have made it if she was comfortable with her parents and her parents didn't kick her out. Because it gave a different type of hunger, it gave a different type of drive, right? So, especially your parents. Yeah, I believe I'd be able to forgive my parents with no pressure because, low-key, at the end of the day, me going so hard is not for me. You see what I'm saying? It's for my family. It's so that I can make sure my parents good. It's so that I could give back to my community, give back to my congregation, give back to my family. So, yeah, that forgiveness be easy because God didn't give them that vision. He gave it to me.
Depending on what child she was too, you know, you gotta remember that, like, you know, that's her parents' first time being parents, you know. So they probably didn't know how to go about like.
I think she got an older brother.
Yeah, but you know they probably didn't know how to like go about like, yo, like I want you to be successful. I want you to want it bad. You know, like well, at some point the whooping's gonna stop. It's gonna be hard to discipline your child. So at the end of the day, what is there for you to do? You know, just let them sit there and rot, or like take some type of course of action. You know, like I feel like we, you know, those topics are hard because like, bro, like it's like what else can you do for that child? You know, you tried everything, and they won't go in the direction that you kind of like trying to lead them in. You know. And sometimes rebellious is good. You know, sometimes you gotta be.
Nothing. My pastor said something real that like ties in with that too. He said, "Maman pap jam mode petite intelligence." So pretty much saying translation like your mother wouldn't bite you to the bone, meaning like they may have bad ways of doing things, but at the end of the day, they still want the best for you. They just don't know how to like present that. Yeah. You feel me?
And it gets frustrating after a time too. You know, like you got put yourself in other people's perspective. Like put yourself in a parent perspective. You got a kid. You want him to do good. You want him to go to school. You want him to get a good job. But you know he's stuck on this. Like yo, like all right, like let's say
speed is a good example.
Yeah, or even him, or like let's say your kid want to be a rapper, right? You feel like, man, this music is gonna hit. One day it's gonna hit. 16 pass, he still ain't got no job, still ain't making no income. 17, still ain't got no job, still ain't go to school, still ain't got no income. 18, still ain't got no job, still ain't got no income. It's just like, bro, it goes forth until like, say he 29 and the music thing finally hits.
No, that's kind of crazy.
It's like, bro,
that's
like,
kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy.
Like at that, you feel me? Like
29, give it up.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. But like at that perspective, it's like, bro, like, you know, you want to be behind your kid as much as possible, but it's like, at what point do you be like, all right, like, yo, like, not necessarily give up on him, but just be like, bro, like, I don't know how to help you. Like, I don't know how to help you see that, like, oh, like, yo, like, the path you kind of going right now just looks a little iffy, you know. I probably can't see what you see right now, but it's just, like, what am I supposed to do at that point? So sometimes I think, like, that whole, like, parents kicking their kids out, like, try to teach them a lesson and stuff, be like, bro, like,
yeah, props to her, because sometimes that could be hard too.
Yeah,
because that's the person that birthed you, bro.
Yeah,
like if you don't believe in me, then who else gonna believe in you? Know, like people be like, long as I got my mom and dad, you know, and you can't rely on that. Like, so and forgiveness is hard too. Forgiveness
her brother believed in her though, ain't it?
Yeah, she said her brother believed in her. That's like the only person that really like believed in her. But
and sometimes that's all.
You just need one person, man.
One person, bro. Sometimes that's all you need, bro.
Because forgiveness is not easy in itself.
Not at all.
Then you add extra layers to it, it's even harder.
Yeah, I think forgiveness is not a, you know, like you said earlier, it's not something that's meant to be easy. But forgiveness, man, that joint is hard, bro. It's hard, bro. Going through life,
it goes, it got a lot of people that's walking around with unforgiveness in their heart. And like Scripture said in Matthew chapter 6 verse 14 and 15, like if you forgive your brethren, God will forgive you. If you don't forgive, then God won't forgive you. And that's big too, because think about it, like all the time that people are lying to themselves or praying to God and they walking with unforgiveness, God is not hearing them. God is not forgiving them.
I learned like you really gotta pray it out your heart, bro. Like you gotta like pray it out your heart. Like you gotta really, cause sometimes you'll sit there and say like you forgive somebody, and then they do something like a little similar to what they did to you before. They be like, bruh, like this joke feel too familiar. Like, bruh, like it feel like you try to be again, but
and
like,
you be quick. You be quick.
Like,
they did that to me too, bro.
They
got me just like that, bro.
I was trying to tell you about that person, bro.
It'd be like, bruh, like you ain't
really
really forget that person, you know.
And that out of sight, out of mind is a trap to a lot of people, bro. Because you don't see the person for a year. You're like, yeah, I forgave that person. Soon as they walk in the room, you could be mid laughing. Yeah. Now you hot. Now it's on sight. Now you ready to fade. And that's why sometimes, even when you praying, you got to ask the Lord, like, reveal to me the things that I don't see. Because sometimes you really believe that you forgave that person.
I had seen I think it was Keith Sweat. He was like, he was doing like an interview. He was like, every girl that cheated on him, he be hoping they do bad. When you see them again, he be hoping they do bad. They be like,
he cheated on her.
Yeah, be like,
happy.
It be like, bro, like, you know, at some point, bro, it becomes harder to carry that burden into, because then when, like, in a sense, like, you carrying that burden for that person, and that person he passed it. He living life, man. He'll give a damn about it no more. It'll be nothing to him no more. But you over there are angry facing the party, looking at bro like enjoying himself, and you like, bro, like it becomes like, bro, like it's worse to carry that burden than just to like not let it go a bit. Like,
and you know what's deeper too? When you really think about it, right? Like if you put it in this perspective, the Lord most likely already forgave the person that hurt you.
That's even,
so God. Now they getting closer to God. You see them getting all the blessings because they repented for what they did, but you still can't forgive them. But they good, they right with the Lord.
Yeah. That's even worse.
So imagine you see and this is where I believe that church hurt might come from. Like, let's say you in the congregation, somebody hurt you, but they repented to the Lord. They gave it all to the Lord. Now you see them flourishing in ministry. Now you can't even receive the glory of the Lord because you like, why they up there? Why they doing this if they did this to me?
That's another good perspective to put it in, bro. Cause like you sitting there going through all this mizah, and you looking at the person that did you wrong, and they like, bro, like
they already repented.
It gets you more mad.
It gets you even more mad. That's why it's just better to just let it go.
Because forgiveness is never for the other person. It's always for you.
Let it go.
I was gonna ask, like, do you have to like that person? Like, do you have to like the person? Like, let's say you forgive the person. You just because I don't think you like. I don't think in the world like you should. Like, not everybody's for you to like.
So with that, and this is very important because there's steps to forgiveness, right? And once you exercise all the proper channels of forgiveness, then you also need to put in mind that reconciliation and forgiveness are not the same thing. You can forgive somebody without reconciling. And the reason that is the thing is because imagine somebody did you dirty. You truly forgave them in your heart. You walk up to them and you say, yo, you know what, bruh? That's the past. I forgive you. And then they say, get out my face, Jit. It's all right. You even let that go. You walk away. Social media. Hey, why this square ass Jit really think I'm sweet with, bruh? He's scared. That's why he trying to forget. It's like, yo, you really testing me right now.
That's what I'll be saying that on social media too.
You
Like
really testing me. But that's when you buy Vogue. Like you just,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you where you at, bro. Don't even, you good. Cause then that's when you get to lower your problems.
But is different though. Like you said,
Like
don't
it's
have to like the person. Like
You could be cordial.
yeah, you could be cordial. Like you don't gotta.
Like-
Like is an emotion, bro. That mean you don't.
Yeah, I mean, so it's like in the
That's
same
still
way.
an emotion though. It's
Like-
still a more that stems from the not forgiving that person because you don't like them for a reason. So it's kind of like still attached to that. You could still be cordial with them, but it don't have to be like your emotions should be like even. Like you don't have to be like, oh, I don't like him or I dislike them like that.
What's the difference?
that's why.
A good way to think about it is, right? A good way to think about it is how you see a stranger that you ain't met, like walking down the street.
Do you like him or you don't?
You don't like them. You don't hate them. It's just you there.
Mm-hmm. There's no emotion coming out of you.
So like there's nothing in your heart.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't like that person, but I forgave him.
Yeah. I don't know. And other things like people don't be thinking about too, as far as like forgiveness. Sometimes people don't be thinking about relationship. Like you was in a relationship with somebody and they broke your heart. You still have that. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's just some people don't be thinking about that. A job let you go. You still be thinking about that. People don't be even like say a spirit flight. Somebody you was catching a flight and something happened. They messed up your whole flight information. You have that in your heart. Like we don't think about those little things.
That's what I knew. I forgave
that we
people,
stuck
bro.
with it, huh?
That's how I know I forgave, bro. You remember we messed that spirit messed us up crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I did? I booked another spirit.
Yeah,
That's why I
so
said
sometimes like those things people don't be thinking about it. They be thinking mostly about
like people,
a friend,
interactions.
You because some of those stuff could be hard to.
They ain't forgiving the airline.
Or a teacher failed you, bro. You ended up like, dang, they
That's
messed
why I
up my
say,
whole
bro.
life. They gotta be a conversation. Like I forgive you, although you failed me.
What if the teacher said you failed yourself?
Listen, man.
What
You
you
holding
forgiving
on
me
to that.
for?
You holding on to that. People don't think about that, bro.
That's another reason why I say like you gotta really pray it out your heart, bro. Cause sometimes, bro, you sit there be chilling, bro, and then it's like, bro, that thought come in your head like, damn, this nigga tried me,
Yeah,
bro.
facts, dog.
I be
I really did that slide.
I coulda really did something, bro.
Be thinking
But-
about stuff in high school, middle school.
Like, bruh, and it be like, bruh, that's why I say you gotta take it out your heart, because at the end of the day, that person, he not thinking.
They forgot
about
about
it.
you.
He not thinking
They
about
forgot
it.
about the whole
That's
situation.
That's why I be saying, bruh, like, that's why I be saying forgiveness is like one of the hardest things that you gotta do throughout life, bruh. Bruh, you sit there and have an interaction with someone, like a 5-second interaction where someone just looking at you like, oh, like. And you just have to go about your day sometimes, bro. You just gotta go about the problem, bro. You just gotta go about your day, bro. You can't even let it. But then you'll be laying down, try to go to sleep.
You think
And
about
so
it.
it hit you like, bro, I should have, bro. I should have, like, bro. And that's why I say, bro. At the end of the day, bro, you gotta pray it out your heart, bro, because you gotta let it go, bro. You gotta let it go, bro, because it's gonna come up at the worst time. Sometimes it's gonna come up at the worst time, and then you just gonna lash out on someone that they ain't even need to be lashed out on.
And like that's
worse.
Yeah, that's like one of the powerful prayers too. Like pray that, like God
Pray it out
reveal-
your heart. Yeah, reveal to me
it,
what I
yeah.
don't see.
And God gonna do it. He gonna reveal it.
And it hurts you too, like when this is where you really see it's a problem when, like you said, somebody else do something that kind of similar to how that person did you dirty. Not on the same degree, but you giving them all the energy that you was supposed to give on that person you let slide. Like, and then that's when it's like, bro, the person looking at you like,
damn, like, bro.
dang, it was not that deep, bro.
Like that.
Like, where they coming from, bro?
What I did was
bro.
Or even like the person you didn't forgive, somebody come and they say, guess what? So and so did. Then you already think about his negative
I
stuff.
knew he was doing that.
Like they ain't even mentioned what they did yet. You already think about it's already negative.
yeah.
I bet they did this,
I bet
that,
it-
ain't it?
They're like, nah, he actually donated to the.
Yeah.
He got his masters.
That's how you know. You already ready to bash.
That come on with hater, man. You being a hater now, man. You gotta catch yourself, man.
I'd be like, damn, bro. When I used to be mad at somebody, I wanted everybody to not like that person. I used to be mad when they laughing with them, dog. I'm like, dang, bro.
You awkward now, man.
I used to be happy.
You up too now, man.
So what if your mindset for the moment is like, oh, I feel like I gotta like do something about this to that person to
Like
probably
what,
hurt
fight?
that person too.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably like everything really got up my chest. Like I'm done.
'Cause-
I don't feel nothing no more. Like at that point, if I see you, I just know like I did what I did, you did what you did, and I could just go about my day. But if like some people, if they don't do nothing, then that's when it stays. But once they finally do something, I'm not gonna say revenge, but like
That's revenge.
lit
That
back.
is
I don't
revenge.
But
know.
and I say it's not guaranteed too though, because for example, right? Let's say that person used to getting whooped. Like people like whooping them because the thing they doing to you, they do to a lot of people. So whooping them not gonna stop. You whoop them, you whoop me, they right back at it. Cause they probably like the attention. You feel me?
I was telling brother the other day, like, all right, you know damn well you can whoop this person. You whoop him already, but he's still talking drunk. He's still talking trash to you. What do you do now?
He's ultimate trophy.
He's
That's
just
what I'm
trolling
saying.
you. He's
That's-
just trolling. He knows he's gonna get a reaction out of you.
And at that point, it's like I could get this man locked up.
That's why you gotta worry about yourself,
Like,
bro.
sometimes it'd be like, bro, it's just best to just like, bro,
Yeah, you forgive him
Move
for
past it,
yourself with your relationship with God,
we'll
because
pass it.
that's the enemy talking to you, bro. Like, go
Exactly.
hit him right now. Go hit him. Like, so you split him for what? Like,
Cause I promise you, once I
it could escalate further too.
you could
somebody
lose your
could die,
life.
you could
He
go to
got
jail,
whooped,
somebody
but
get
now
a
you in
gun.
jail.
Yeah.
Now he's straight. He probably used to getting whooped. You feel what I'm
what?
saying? Like I get, and especially if you know you could whoop this person, bro. If you know you could, they can't do nothing to you but talk. Let them talk.
And then at the end of the day, some people will take their wins wherever they could take their wins at, bro. So if he know he can't beat you physically, all right, let me beat this nigga mentally then. Oh, if I can't beat him mentally, let me just rage bait him until he do something, till he crash out, till he do something bad
And
upon himself.
I was gonna say with that mindset, right? Because in my household, you know what I mean. This is my brother right here. It used to be like we used to get joy by making somebody get out of character.
I don't be home. I wasn't home like
That was him, bro. He was the main one, bro.
That's cap.
He was the main,
cap.
like to the point. I remember, bro.
I
I
was
remember
not
one story.
home,
We were
bro.
playing the game, bro. This man was rage baiting our cousin
I
so
was not
bad
home, bro.
to the point my cousin tried to like slam him, try to choke him, and he laughing, like,
I was not home.
laughing at the man, bro. Like, damn, the man made me get out of character, bro. So he over here the aggressor, but he like, damn, I lost, bro. The man made me act out of character, like another man got me out my body.
Still same result, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Still
it's
feel
like,
like a loser. at
you a
the end.
loser,
You
bro.
feel like a
I control you, bro. If somebody
did
can,
that for real?
you did that, cuz.
That's crazy.
If you can get somebody out there, because and that's the thing, like, and that's why I'm not really opposed how the household was when I'm growing up, because that really helped me learn how to keep my composure, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like not letting another, because if another man could get me out of my body and make me put what I got going on in jeopardy off some words, I lost. Now it's different. That person put their hands on you. You know what I'm saying? You got all rights to defend yourself. But from words, yeah, you got it, pimp.
And sometimes revenge don't even be as sweet as you think it's gonna be, bitch. Like sometimes you seek out revenge for that person, and you end up in a whole nother worse situation, bitch, just for trying to get that out your heart, you know. But that's why I say, man, at the end of the day, pray it out your heart. Pray it out your heart.
And it could go deep too. Like, if you keep thinking about the situation, it could go to, like Cain and Abel, how God was warning Cain, like, yo, get that anger out your heart. And he ended up killing his brother. Yeah. So it could get deeper, bro. And you still won't be satisfied.
That revenge is never sweet, fam.
Won't be satisfied.
Able probably like, damn, I done lost one. Can't I done lost my brother, man. Like, who I'm supposed to talk to now?
For no reason.
Off of just me being jealous.
Stupid ass slime, bro. But question of the day. Come on, you gotta harmonize with me. So the question of the day is, what season are you in right now, and how do you discern what God is developing in it? Who we starting with? Which one of y'all?
Background.
I think I want to say isolation right now.
Damn. That's crazy.
No kidding.
That's why bro been ducking me.
Elaborate.
No kidding, man.
Elaborate.
I just feel like, God just telling me to lock in on what I need to do this year, and everything that's been on my heart, or everything that's just been on my mind lately. I feel like he keeps sending me like signals of just whatever I'm seeing on my phone, or that I see like an ad passing by, or like certain people that I interact with. I feel like he's placing them there for a reason. So I feel like, and when I say isolation, I don't mean like neglect everybody or like nothing like that. But
You've been
just
neglecting me, chat.
just like narrow in on what you got going on, basically. And it's cool to like help other people out through here and there, but like really narrow on to what you got going on. Move forward with what you got. So
yeah, I would say for me it's probably like starting over and things like that. Cause I just been thinking about a lot lately, like thinking about a lot, observing a lot, and just trying to get back to that. Not trying to get back, but trying to build like a business and stuff like that. Getting like just so I just been focusing on that, and cause I'm like, dang, cause this year already moving fast. I know we still in January, but it's like January 22nd, 20. So it's like that, cause seeing like everything around me, like with my parents struggling and things like that, it's like, man, I gotta make moves. I gotta make something happen, man. So that's where I've been, and that's where like my focus been.
And what you think the Lord developing in you for the season?
Like it's more of like my capacity to basically carry everything that he has in store for me, like building that foundation, like, so whatever like that may come, any problems that may come, that I can overcome it, because I'm at the bottom already. I was at the bottom or the lowest already. So he's building that character trait, and as far as like being a leader and all that aspect.
I ain't answered the second part, but I feel like he's building up my passion.
Passion. Oh, that's real. Go a little deeper.
Like he's building up my when I say passion, I mean like he's building up my courage to do things that I know that I could do.
Okay.
Or like and put my all into it. You know, instead of putting like 50 or 60%, put in 110%. Do it. So I feel like that's what like he's building up my passion for me to chase what he's been leading me or moving me into the direction of, you know, just to really like see it, taste it, have it in have it in your hands, you know, have it in the palm of your hands, basically. Like you got it right here. It's like, how bad do you want it? You feel me? So yeah.
No, that's real. I'd say for me, I believe that right now I'm in a forging season. And what that means is when, you know, the forging process, especially when you're making any type of metal or steel, like you have to put it through like intense heat to make it malleable. And, you know, I feel like in the last couple of months, like the Lord had me in that heat to make me malleable. And what that heat does is the one of the purposes of that heat is, one, to make you malleable, and two, is to burn off all the imperfections, to burn off all of the things that were distractions, right? So I think like the Lord took a lot. He took a lot from me, but he took things from me that he also made provisions for. So now he's molding me in he's like molding and folding and molding and folding, because that's the process when they're making like a sword or strong a shield that can either cut through anything or stop anything from penetrating it. It has to go through that process multiple times. And I feel like I'm in that process right now. And the thing that the Lord is developing in me is, one, presence. He's allowing me to be present to the things that matter for me and the kingdom. And he is reconstructing and reinforcing all my leadership traits to be the best steward that I can be for the kingdom.
For sure.
Man.
For sure.
All right, y'all boys got anything else?
No, that's it for me.
All right, man. Before we end, man, no faking motivation. Go ahead, Mr. Third Strike. Mr. Third Strike on deck.
What you got for us today, homie?
What you got for us today, man?
If you keep somebody in your heart, your works for the Lord go silent. Meaning, before you can really go all in for the Lord, you have to release that person or that thing from your heart. So you have to forgive. It is hard for a reason. As scripture said, it is easy for a camel to get into the eye of a needle than for a rich man or a person to make it into heaven. And the reason he's saying that is because that path is narrow, bro. Like, you gotta want it to get there. So all the things that people say are hard, they meant to be hard, because that's what builds your resilience once you overcome them, right? And if I bring it back to fitness, the proof of my strength is being able to lift the weight that I've been training to lift that I couldn't lift because it was too heavy. With enough training and with enough effort, that heavy weight don't get lighter. I just get stronger. So get strong in the Lord.
Yeah. And your flesh like convenience.
Easy.
Yeah, it's not even easy. It's just like convenience, bro. Whatever that's convenient, your flesh like it. Like at the moment, your flesh like it. So you gotta push forward, man. If your flesh fighting against it, that means it's good for you, man. So continue to stay prayed up. We appreciate y'all. Continue to support the podcast. Thank you for last week. You guys showed a lot of love on Instagram. Did we post on TikTok? I don't think we posted
on TikTok.
Okay. TikTok, YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Continue support. As always, no faking. We out, man. Peace be with you.
No faking.